I eat for me.
I eat for my Moscow translator.
We did the vagina monologues last year, and then we decided we wanted to work on other, feminist issues. We really wanted to keep creating a show that had an important message and would be helpful for the larger Hofstra community, but that would be a little different. Definitely with The Good Body, we kind of took that departure in doing that show, with it being a little less gender-centered, because body image is something that everyone can relate to.
I have never felt so attached to my stomach.
During the casting process, really what we looked for were people who were passionate about body image or people who had personal experience with this.
The fact that they're real stories and that so many of them handle it with such cynical humor, that kind of hits me, because that's the type of humor that I use to deal with a lot of situations. And when you read the story once, it's funny, and then you read the story twice, and that's when you kind of get hit with the actual message.
It's so inspiring to be able to work with all those like-minded people and to have them be just as passionate as you, sometimes even more so, or like they bring a whole other new perspective to the issue that you didn't even consider, and now, your mind is blown.
My character is Dana. I love the part in her monologue where she addresses kind of like the rules of being a lesbian. I myself am bisexual and have also dealt with this kind of like what makes you a bisexual, seeing the side of it where it's just like you have to maintain an image of gayness in order to be gay, and it's really false, and it's definitely like informed, but I think it's cool that she empowers herself in a way to express how she is gay, her gayness on her own, as opposed to taking in too much of like an informed view of that.
I am Eve 1. Eve is very personal in some parts for me. There are some parts of her where she hates her body and she gets really frustrated, and she works at the gym and she works at it all the time. But then she goes back into these binge eating cycles. It's that back and forth cycle, and so I really relate to that very personally. And so I try to bring that out when I say those lines.
Getting to put that together for a lot of people who are now underclassmen is amazing, because it's super rewarding to see people make friendships and have feminism or human rights or whatever it sparks in them blossom for them, and to really start exploring that or exploring it more because of the shows we do.
Honestly, I am so incredibly proud of the community that we've built, because I feel like at this point, this is no longer a cast, this is a group of people who can freely be themselves. I'm really happy with how much of a safe space we've made from this cast, and I'm really proud of the bonds and the community that we've built from discussing body image issues throughout the production.